All right, this is Tiffany with nokturnalescape.com, and this afternoon we're interviewing spoken word artist and writer Knightkrawla. How you doing, Knightkrawla?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Tiffany?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Tell us a little bit about, of course, I've known you for years, all the way back to Soul Release days. But tell us a little bit about, how you got started performing poetry in Jacksonville and all that good stuff.
Well, I mean, I've been writing for a while. I started doing hip hop back in the late 90s, and then somebody was telling me about an open mic, about a Soul Release, and I actually started my first time performing on the mic was at a Soul Release event. So got up there with something I had to spit, just had to let the crowd know it. And I actually remember, Tiffany, when I first met you, you were like, "Go on up there, brother, don't be scared." That takes me back. It's been a minute. So now I've been performing for, I'd say probably about 10 years now.
Okay, about 10 years.
And it still feels like the first time every time I get up there.
Okay. Okay, so now what you got going on? I know you got have a couple of single on the radio, been working on the album. What kind of stuff? What you got going on?
Well, since I was on the scene for a minute, and since I started with music in the studio, I was able to understand like how music works and the structure of music.
Mm-hmm.
But then spoken word is a way for me to be able to take it to the crowd. So now you can see how the crowd feels or reacts to it. Mm-hmm. So now I went back to the studio. Now I have that knowledge of how the crowd interacts, and I also have the studio knowledge where I can come out with music and just be able to vibe with the people. I mean, right now I have some singles coming out that you can get on iTunes as well in a couple of weeks, and also have books with poetry. I have my first book is Endless Night. It has 50 poems in it, and also have another book called The Rules of Poetry, which is more geared towards teaching like the youth, like how you can still get on stage without having to sacrifice your integrity. And I call them rules because they're kind of like some tricks of trade I picked up off of my years of performing. Like you may have one rule: everybody may not like you. Say what you mean. So they're not necessarily rules, but it's kind of like if you're a young guy, young girl getting on stage, you can take some of these things. Maybe if take them to heart, they may help you.
Okay. Now, if people wanted to find out your upcoming performances, like I said, I know you said you had a couple of singles coming out on iTunes and some books and stuff like that. But if people wanted to find out how to get in touch with Knightkrawla and how to get access to all that information, where would they go?
Well, you can reach me 3 ways. You can go to Knightkrawla.com, and I spell my name with 2 K's. End with an A. That's how the website is, so it's Knightkrawla.com. You can also check out my Facebook. I'm Knightkrawla Music, or you can always email me, which is Knightkrawla Poetry.
Okay, and you also on Twitter?
And I'm also on Twitter.
Okay, all over the place. Okay, all right. Well, before we end this interview, how about you just give us some poetry right quick?
Okay. So they recognize me. I got the crowd whispering like, "Hey, yo, my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. And I don't even need an audience to write what I write. The sound man never showed up, so I had to adapt. Years later, I got focused with his pen and his pad. I put my life when I'm on stage, and haters are sad. Don't really care about your feelings, go ahead and be mad. Better that you be upset than me to question my gift. I read the people's comments and their words of wisdom. Criticism, their opinion, now my final decision. Reinvention is stronger than ever before. I'll spit to my hometown and wanna listen no more. Then bounce to another city while I give them the roar. Command the amplifier like a lion giving the roar. Florida don't like me, guess I'm A-town bound. Hot Atlanta run the amplifier straight in the ground. All the way to California, I ain't clowning around. With Jersey never heard me, got you listening now. Canada to Mexico, and when I stacking up cheese, I hop an international flight and spit overseas. No one was with me when I started this, and it don't matter what state I'm in, what type of pants or rock color on my shirt, my hat, my Timbs. My city got my back. Continue to spit to the people with vengeance, and when I make the crowd listen, got 'em paying attention. Make them wonder where's he from, where he started to write. Take a trip to Duval, it'll change your life. See, my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic.
All right. And Knightkrawla is the originator of the...
Yeah, the amplified pieces.
Which has become one of the most viral spoken word pieces in Jacksonville. Everywhere I go, there is somebody jumps from around the back and they have their amplifier. I mean, how does that make you feel that something you created has just kind of...
It's a blessing to me because it's like you have different cities and different it's not just Jacksonville. You know? I found out, you know, Tampa, Miami. You know, it's not even just a southern piece, New York, and I think it's something people really feel deep down. You know,
Okay.
and I think when you break down that line, my heart's my amplifier. I don't need no mic. I guess you could even go back to civil rights. How you had your Martin Luther Kings, and you know, you had people that talked behind the mic, but then there was so many other people that you never heard the voice. You just saw the work. So it's like, I think it's just something universal where everybody doesn't have to talk. You don't have to actually speak. You don't even have to, you know, always say you need a mic. And when I started performing, I don't know if you remember, Tiffany, but when I would perform, I like never really like used the mic. I always used to walk around and do it. So I think when I put it in words, though, everybody started catching on. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
Okay. Well, we thank you, Knightkrawla, for joining us this evening. This is Tiffany with nokturnalescape.com. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.